Hi guys, welcome to another edition of the General Jerry channel. How is everyone today? Today, hell has frozen over. I will indeed be reviewing WWE Raw. So the plan is on the channel is that we're going to be reviewing Raw, SmackDown and AEW, and we're going to be doing some wrestling news in between. Just want to give you guys a heads up for future reference. Some of the upload schedules will be random. This will be the only time that I will do this, but please press the notification bell so then you're notified on when a video is going to happen, because a lot of my videos sporadically happen. You can check out my Twitter and you can check out the YouTube community page. I will be informing you on when it actually premieres and when the videos go up. So, with that all said, let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. This is your WWE Raw results, which is the season premiere. Disclaimer, I haven't watched a Raw show since February. Now the reason why I haven't watched wrestling is because I was massively burnt out with it. A lot of you have noticed this year so far there hasn't been any uploads. I was incredibly burnt out with wrestling. And once I heard the news about AEW and SmackDown, I then thought this is probably a good starting point to get back into wrestling. So hence the reason why I'm here. If you are new to the channel, I used to do Raw reviews and stuff like that. I go into detail a little bit more. Also, these videos are not an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours long. They're suggestible bites as to what you might like on the show. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Brock Lesnar opens the show and beats the shit out of Dominic and Rey Mysterio. Brock just literally throws Dominic and Rey Mysterio like a wet lettuce. And it was absolutely hilarious. I'm sorry, but it was funny. Was this a weird opening? Yes. Was it hilarious? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. This is probably the only main highlight from this show. There's another one that I'll get into, but that wasn't executed right. This, however, was executed right. However, has it been done better? Yes. Will it probably be better done in the next few years? Yes. Is it bad though? It's not bad. It was good. It served its purpose. It serves Brock as a badass. I felt sorry for Rey though. Rey overall is like he's supposed to go against Seth Rollins. Rey, if you think you're gonna get that title, there's more chance of me becoming the Pope. I'm sorry, mate, but there's no way Rey's gonna win this title. But yeah, it is what it is. I actually thought it was a pretty enjoyable segment. And it was a pretty good opening. So, but Brock just starts beating the shit out of people. Beats up Dominic's apparently on the eye looking at Rey Mysterio because Rey Mysterio's let out. He then grabs Dominic and throws him and just beats the shit. It was actually pretty cool actually to see. So it's a pretty good opening so far. But and by the way, wanted to say this. You can tell Bleacher Report are biased because it was only a few months ago that they would give this segment an A. Now that they're partnered with AEW, they're very strict now on their ratings, which is kind of ironic. But it is what it is. So yeah. But all in all, it was a pretty good opening. This, however, is when everything goes downhill, and this is where everything affects the show. Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss. Was it a terrible match? Yes, I thought it was. I didn't think it was that great. Now, this is the first time me watching Becky Lynch on a show. I haven't really seen her since the Royal Rumble. I've seen what they were trying to do with her. And I'm just going to outright say it. Whenever she first started, it wasn't annoying. Now she's really fucking annoying. She's like, and you know what? I'm gonna do this out of character, alright? Becky Lynch, with all intents and purposes, is a more annoying version of General Jerry. In fact, Becky Lynch, if you look at it in her early stuff, is very General Jerry-ish. Like, I don't know if it's, like, I'm not saying it should copy me. I'm not saying that I'm going to do a Ric Flair and try and sue her. But I'm just saying, a lot of things that she does are very General Jarrett-ish. Now, there's a way, when I do the character, there's a certain way that you can do it where it's not annoying. Becky, on the other hand, is really fucking annoying. Because Becky is just shouting stuff for the sake of shouting it. There's no conviction behind it. She's just saying stuff. Like, I literally forgot everything that she said on commentary. It's so boring. And it's annoying. And Becky Lynch, and I love Becky, I really do. I think she's great for Irish women's wrestling. But she's lost what the character was. The character was supposed to be an underdog. Now she's acting like a chav in a fucking council estate. Like, it's like so annoying. She's like, oh, I'm the best. Oh, I'm the best. Like, that's not what Becky Lynch should be. Becky Lynch should be categorized as an underdog. And I know there's too many underdogs in WWE, but Becky Lynch's character works best when she's an underdog. This whole, I'm the man, I'm the best. Like, she's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. I hate to break everyone's bubble, but it's incredibly annoying. And I felt this segment was so annoying. Really was. Absolutely terrible segment. Raw Tag Team Champions Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, apparently they're calling him now, versus Heavy Machinery. It was an alright tag match. It's probably one of the best tag matches that we'll see of the night so far. Nothing too crazy, but anyone that keeps bashing Ziggler, by the way, Ziggler, I think, actually puts a lot of effort in matches. There's people that I see, and I'm just gonna say it, AJ Styles, in some of his Raw matches, kind of lacks a bit of effort. We'll get into that in a minute. But I think Dolph Ziggler, with all intents and purposes, as much as people give him a lot of shit, he's clearly given it 100% in the ring. And I know that term is used quite a lot, but Dolph is actually trying his best. And so is Robert Roode, by the way. And I think Dolph Ziggler is actually massively underrated. And in fact, I'm just going to outright say it. I think Dolph Ziggler is probably one of the best things in WWE. And I know a lot of the indie fans and the anti-smarts really hate Ziggler. Because both of them are morons. Ziggler's actually putting in effort. I think he's actually pretty good on the microphone. And I think he's pretty cool in the ring. Just saying. I'm not just saying that because I met the guy. I think, honestly, out of everyone in this mid-card, Dolph Ziggler actually tries his best. Unlike AJ Styles, who I love AJ Styles, but in some of his Raw matches, it's just really lazy. Especially his matches with Shinsuke Nakamura, what I've seen in highlights. They're pretty lazy. Just saying. Might be something to think about, folks. But it was an alright tag match, to be honest. Right. Christ the night. This fucking Flair Hogan thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how Rick's in WWE still after the stunt he pulled. I don't know whether they've come to a settlement or what, or Rick's still trying to sue WWE. But Rick is weird in this segment. He just does not learn a script. And that's a problem. It's WWE's fault and it's Ric Flair's fault. It's WWE's fault because I do think that if they want, this segment could have been better if they just told Rick and Hogan, you guys just go at it, and then just have Miz just say, alright, like try and cut if they say too much. That would have been cool. But Rick just didn't learn his lines. And I think at times was actually quite professional, and at times looked as if he was and I know that's Ric Flair's gimmick, but some of it sounded out of character, and some of it looked really, really, really weird. It was a really weird segment because it's clear Rick does have some issues with Hogan still. And I don't know if that, and I don't mean in storyline wise, I think Flair still wants one more match. And Rick, I'm sorry, but no, after your TNA run, absolutely not. You had a good thing with Jay Lethal. Hogan, no, either. Hogan is like, he's shot his knees more than anything. Like, don't let these two fight against each other. But it's going to be Team Flair, Team Hogan. Captain for Team Flair makes sense. It's Randy Orton. Randy and obviously Flair have history with Evolution. Hogan, on the other hand, has Seth Rollins, and he is a guy that I've been meaning to talk about. Seth is absolutely annoying, and I've noticed that watching this. I've seen a massive jump from February to now. He's a lot more annoying, and in fact, I heard some boos, and I think Seth is getting to that John Cena Roman Reigns level of hate-like. Now Seth is kind of the little like, but he's starting to delve in that hate thing, because Seth is supposed to be a babyface. I think Seth, with all intents and purposes, is really goddamn annoying. And in fact, I'm even just going to outright say it. He's completely boring. I've seen Walls that are more entertaining than Seth Rollins. I think that he's completely boring. And he's just shown nothing in the season premiere that he can stand out. He's bitched online about fans. And that's not the reason why I'm shitting all over him. I just think that he's absolutely terrible. I don't think he should be the guy for Raw. I think that there's way more. Also, I think Seth is against other guys with a Universal Championship. I think replace Seth with some up-and-coming guy, so then they can elevate him with this segment. I don't know why Seth Rollins is captain. But anyway, it is what it is. I just found Seth quite boring. Overall, I mean, was there good moments in this segment? Yeah. Was it boring? It wasn't boring, but it was cringy, to say the least. The Viking Raiders versus the OC. 5 points to Gryffindor if you know the TV series that I'm referencing. I will wait 3 seconds. Okay, so if you got that, it's obviously the OC, you know. California, here we come. Anyway, yeah, OC was more, the actual TV show was more entertaining than this match. I was bored out of my tits. I mean, it wasn't the worst tag match in the world, but it was just average. Right, Ricochet versus Cesaro. There's a lot that I gotta say, and some people aren't gonna be happy with it. First and foremost, Cesaro has a new theme song. Thank God. That theme song he had before was atrocious. Cesaro looks like a hipster, bald hipster, walking out of some, like, low-fat cafe. Like, he looks terrible. Those trousers do not suit him. He's got, like, these ankle trousers on, and he looks like he's just about to buy a latte. He looks horrendous. Like, they're the one guy who I think out of everyone that hasn't quit WWE, the fact that Cesaro has not quit WWE is beyond me. If anyone could have benefited from this AEW thing, it's Cesaro. And in fact, if I'm a betting man, WWE are going to have to offer Cesaro some more in his contract negotiations, because Cesaro is a guy that can actually, if he went to AEW, could actually do very good things. So, the match itself, by the way, didn't particularly like it. I thought it was quite boring. Which brings me to my next point. Ricochet. I'm not a fan. This is going to sound very anti-Smark-ish, but he reminds me of when Sami Zayn first debuted. Now, he's not dancing or anything like that, but he's hyped, and I haven't seen anything special about him. he's exactly like all the rest of the guys in NXT, except for his name is Ricochet. Like, I get it, why some people might like him. I just personally think that he's boring. I think he's a low mid-carder at best. And I hate to sound like an anti-Smark, because I like to blend, I like to kind of be in between and be impartial. But this guy, honestly, for me, just looks like there's a glass here that's water, and there's a glass here that's Red Bull. Ricochet is water, while someone way cooler is fucking Red Bull. You get my point? That I need to see more from this guy. Maybe I'll judge him better, but looking at him, he's a bit boring. It is what it is. Bray Wyatt and the House of Horrors Funhouse thingy do. I've heard very good things. I obviously didn't watch it. I did, however, watch the Firefly Funhouse segments. I haven't watched Bray Wyatt in action yet. This was my first time watching him in action. Very entertaining. I think WWE did a very amazing job with this character. Please keep it up. This is probably something that WWE need to focus on, because Bray Wyatt has potential to be the next Undertaker. He does indeed. That might trigger some people. What did you say, Jerry? You said what? Bray Wyatt has the option to be the next Undertaker. He's gonna hit that category, and I think Bray is excellent in this role. I think he's done an amazing job. I think the production team has done an amazing job. I can't believe I'm actually praising WWE this much. I think WWE should pat themselves on the back. They've done an amazing job in regards to this. Just please don't fuck it up. Don't do a Summer of Punk, okay, where you got something amazing and then you ruin it. This, however, was actually pretty good. The segment was actually pretty hilarious as well. United States Championship match, AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. I hate to say it, but I was kind of bored. Not to say that these guys were terrible in the ring or not. It's just, I've seen it before. And I know it's just a Raw show, but I was honestly bored. And I think AJ, to be honest, I don't know, man. AJ did amazing when he debuted. Now he's just getting a little bit, you know what I mean? You all know what I mean. You don't want me to say it, do you? It's kind of, yeah. He's just there, you know. AJ's just there now. Like, he's the United States champion, but I think the authenticity, if that's the word, of AJ Styles has run out. You know, I just think that, I don't know, man, he needs to do something different. I think he might run into a block at some point. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. He needs to kind of analyse what he's going to do next, because I think him giving up that championship to Daniel Bryan was a dumb idea. And I think that they might punish him for it. Anywho, Natalya versus Lacey Evans. Complete trash. I'd rather cut my balls off. Want to say this straight off the bat. Oh yeah, by the way, it was like, apparently, right. So, I'm going to say this straight off the bat. Lacey Evans did a video where she was shouting at a police officer. And I found it hilarious that there was actual morons in the community that actually fell for this. I've seen better acting on browsers than that. This was, I mean, there were people making videos saying she needs to learn some respect. Like Stevie Wonder could say that wasn't a real police officer. Like, and then the police actually came out and said, just to let you know, that isn't real. She didn't actually get arrested. Like, the fact that people actually fell for that is just like mind-boggling to me. And then they get mad, like, oh, I knew it all. Like, no, you didn't. Like, shut up. Like, you know, these people complain about WWE, but then whenever they actually get shown something and they get caught out thinking that it's real, but in reality it's not, then they get all pissy and stuff. Like, oh, I can't believe this. But yeah, no, the Lacey Evans and Natalya match was garbage though. Yeah, Universal Championship, Seth Rollins versus Rusev. I think Flair was there and stuff like that. I mean, it was alright. It was an alright segment, but yeah, it was alright. Not the best ending, to be honest, I'll be honest. Rollins versus Rusev, no contest. Apparently, Bobby Lashley came to the ring. He had Lana there, and it was really awkward. It was really awkward. Like, they're trying to really bury Rusev. And I hate to use that term. They have something out for Rusev. There has to be a reason why they're doing this with Rusev. And they're obsessed with him and his girlfriend. You know what I mean? It's just... It's weird. Like, Vince has this weird fascination with couples. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to break them up all the time. And I think that's completely stupid. I think Lana works best with Rusev and Rusev works best with Lana. Doing a breakup angle is just stupid. They did it before. It didn't work. It's not going to work again. And it was an end. To be honest with you. Anyway, so yeah, Bray Wyatt came to the ring, beat up Seth Rollins, and beat up Seth Rollins, and the whole scary thing happened. That was pretty cool with the mandible claw and stuff. But overall, kind of a bit weirded out about the Rusev thing. All in all, I'm gonna give this show a 4.5 out of 10. This would have got a 5 except for if the Hogan Flair segment was a lot better, this would have been a 5 or a 6, but overall terrible. Giving you guys a heads up as to what's going on with the channel. AEW and SmackDown reviews will be happening. We'll be doing it now on a Sunday. I'll upload it on a Saturday or Sunday. Just check out the YouTube community and I'll inform you guys as to what this is. Also, this is my second time recording this video, so I hope the audio was okay. I literally did a half an hour video and the mic didn't pick up anything. So hopefully this works. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.